Too often, people go into leadership roles for the wrong reason. They seek prestige and authority that comes with the role. As Patrick Lencioni once said in The Motive, they focus on what they get, not on what they should be giving. That's a dangerous motivation for a leader, to be only looking after what they get in that role. These would-be leaders are using their time and their energy in the wrong ways, while neglecting their own people's growth. And some people believe that as a leader, they should just have less to do. After offloading all their work, they can sit back and just make sure it all gets done. Some business leaders have latched onto this idea made popular by the title of Tim Ferriss's book, The 4-Hour Workweek, without really digging into the context of the book at all. The idea is to free yourself from the day-to-day tasks so that you can get yourself to a place to focus on developing your team and growing your business, not checking emails and managing your CRM. Many have the idea that they can just unload all the day's tasks so that they can spend little time with their business and expect the business to continue to grow, as well as their team to continue to grow. His book offers some worthwhile advice on time management. The goal of boosting productivity should be to tackle higher level tasks, not just to sit back while others do all the work. As a leader, you have to do more. Not the same things you've always done, but different tasks that add greater value. Essentially, you should be taking on a servant role. Let's explore what that servant leadership style involves, and then also how to apply it as you set your goals and your priorities. What does taking on a servant leader role mean anyway? Ask a lot of people to define the function of their leadership role, and they'll say something like directing the company's operations or giving instructions. But in reality, leading is about serving others and putting their needs first. There's a big gap between how leaders believe that they're doing and then also how they're actually doing. While 89% of execs believe that they're supporting their employees' growth and well-being, just 41% of the employees would agree with that. As a leader, everyone is depending on you, including your clients. Let's dig into the mindset of a servant leader and how it benefits the team and the company. Let's talk about the philosophy of the servant leader. Servant leaders focus on helping people grow and realize their dreams by guiding them to tap into their sense of purpose. They help people to find fulfillment in the work that they do. As a result, they enhance team outcomes, letting everyone move towards a bigger goal. And servant leaders focus on building a community of equals, not bossing people around. As they build strong relationships, they foster growth, trust, and understanding. People trust servant leaders because they know that they have their best interests at heart. This instills a sense of safety, helping people feel comfortable, exercising creativity, and also taking risks. In turn, that promotes innovation, helping everyone to tap into creative potential. It also encourages collaboration and knowledge sharing. Why? When a leader models servant leadership, it instills a culture of supporting one another and serving the greater good. For all these reasons, servant leadership strengthens engagement and empowers people, enhancing team cohesion and also fostering a positive culture. As a result, it boosts retention, employee satisfaction, and also the ability to navigate through change and disruption. Here are some characteristics of a servant leader. Empathy, relating to others with compassion and understanding. Humbleness, welcoming feedback and striving to continuously improve. Curiosity, being inquisitive about what motivates people and what they think. Integrity, showing accountability for actions and results. Servant leaders are good listeners who are always seeking to learn, and they delegate in a way that empowers others, finding ways to leverage their key strengths. So how does all this translate into how you manage your time? Let's now turn to how you should be reprioritizing your own workload. When I first started my insurance business, and then also later IA Blueprint, I had to take care of a lot of different tasks. I was handling all the social media posts, emails, client sales, and then also writing duties. As I launched IA Blueprint, I knew I'd be working 60 hours a week for a while. I talked with my wife about this, about how the next 6 months would look like. It would be challenging, like starting any new business is, but we were clear on the goals. And eventually, I started bringing back in more people who were able to help me with all these assorted tasks. As I geared up to hire people to fill some of these roles, I then had to figure out how to train them. And as they got up to speed, I wasn't just offloading tasks, I was clearing space for myself to focus on new things. My goal wasn't to do less, it was to do more of the things that added greater value. Redefining priorities is part of the journey for any leader. When starting off, you're doing a wide range of tasks that all are out of necessity. But as you grow, you need to strategically identify your key priorities and figure out how to carve out the time for them that you need to be doing. What priorities should a servant leader be focused on anyway? Here's a few key ones that I think you should take a look at first. Defining your organization's core values, vision, and mission, and then making sure that y'all stay on task with those. Next is setting strategic direction, then guiding people to execute it. Training and mentoring people, helping them to tap into their own core strengths. Sharing constructive feedback and also recognition. Supporting teams in solving problems, and then also listening to people and seeking their input in decision making. And one last one, enhancing the well-being of the team. Now there probably are other ones, but this is a good list to start with. Servant leaders connect people with the right tools, resources, and then also the staff to get the job done. They also act as a sounding board whenever people go through challenges. A good servant leader prompts people to think critically, solving their own problems, but lets them know when they're on the right track or redirects them if they're not on the right track. And by setting goals collaboratively, they increase investment in achieving those goals. Now here's the fun part. Let's talk about reclaiming your time for those high-level activities. In leadership, prioritization and time management come down to freeing up time for what really matters the most. Every time you hire someone, you're actually buying back your time so you can spend it on things that really drive your business forward. Dan Martell talks about this in his book, Buy Back Your Time. Hiring an executive assistant is a critical part of buying back your time. For one thing, your assistant can act as a buffer against distractions. They don't have the emotional attachment that you may have to certain tasks like paying bills or setting up a tough meeting. That may lead you to procrastinating on those things. Plus, a skilled assistant can handle a wide range of tasks that are just tying up your time. From scheduling to client communications, this includes the big one, checking your email inbox and responding to messages promptly. With a good assistant, you'll never even have to see a lot of those emails that come your way. Imagine being able to spend 80% of your time on those key areas that you alone should be focused on, that make the biggest difference in your business. Probably are the things that you like to do the most also. As a leader, good time management will let you channel your efforts in the right direction. You'll then be able to focus on shaping business strategy and coaching your people to success. And as you model a servant leadership mindset, you'll guide everyone to become a supportive team player. This will all pay big dividends whenever creating a supportive workplace culture that fully leverages each person's strength. If you're ready to free up more of your time for those core priorities and set yourself up as a true servant leader for your team so that you can help all of them grow and help your business to reach its full potential, it's time to hire an executive assistant to assist you so you can free up 80% of your time to focus on those things. Reach out to us, be glad to have our conversation to let you know more about how my executive assistant has helped me to free up 80% of my time so I could grow my business and focus on my team.